This is the 7artisan 35mm f1.2 for the APS-C Fujifilm X Mount. For only $139, is this lens any good? We're going to find out in this video. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Iamtongue. And today I want to talk about this lens right here by 7artisans. I had this lens for a while. I bought this lens with my own money. I was bored one day with the lenses that I had, so I just wanted to test out some other stuff on the market. So I decided I wanted to try this lens on the account that this is a 35mm, which is a 50mm equivalent full frame, which is maybe my favorite focal length to shoot with, and it's an f1.2, which is kind of intriguing about this lens at a very low price at $139, which makes this a budget-friendly lens for anyone that is on a budget. Let's start with the build quality. Metal construction, which I like. It is a small with a healthy amount of weight to it. I'm not fat shaming it. It's at a healthy amount of weight. It starts at f1.2 and stops all the way down to f22 with a filter thread of 46mm. Now this is an all manual focusing lens. There's no digital contact. You can't open it up to see the EXIF data and see what aperture you shot it at. So just be mindful when you're out and about shooting with this lens. Now I do like the focusing ring to this. It's nice and smooth. It's not too dampened. I don't seem to have a problem with trying to get focus when shooting with this lens. So all in all, the focusing ring is really, really good. The one thing I do have a problem with is the aperture dial right here, the aperture ring. It doesn't have enough resistance as I would like, which means that at any given point, it could be like knocked and switched to another aperture, and I wouldn't be aware of it until I, take a second to look down and see that, the aperture has changed. So just be careful of the aperture ring right here. I find it to be on the flimsy side. Let's talk about the image quality of this lens. Shooting this thing wide open, it's okay. It's not that sharp right in the center. There is a softness to it, and I'm going to keep referring back to this as the character of the lens. The character of the lens. Sharpness is not everything. Some people have different tastes in what they want in a lens. So just keep that in mind when shooting with this lens. So again, it's not that sharp, but what it does have is character. The bokeh is buttery smooth at f1.2. If you guys are a fan of that tone and you can live with the heavy softness that this lens brings wide open, chances are you're going to like this lens very much. Some people could find the characteristics to be distracting. This is all up to personal taste. So again, it's all subjective. And then once you stop down to f5.6, you're going to hit the optimal sharpness of this lens. Anything higher like f8 to f11, the center gets soft again. So just keep that in mind. So how do I feel about this lens? I actually don't mind this lens at all. I managed my expectations with this lens. I only bought it for like 140 bucks, but it's not like the worst lens I've seen. I still think shooting at f1.2 has its charm and allure. Most of the shots you've seen here are taken at f1.2, and I love some of the shots I've took, but there are some cases where when I'm shooting wide open, like near a window, the way the light hits the lens, it just makes everything look super soft and super hazy. Now, I'm not one to complain about a soft image. I do like soft images to a certain degree. This has got to be like the softest looking image that I've seen from a fast lens. All the f0.95 lenses I've shot with wide open didn't look like this. It didn't look anything close like this. But again, the f0.95 lenses are also like a few $100s more than this right here. But again, it's all about the character. When shooting with this wide open, there's going to be a huge loss of contrast. The f1.2 is good for low light if you're willing to live with things not looking as sharp. I used this outside at nighttime and got some good looking images back in February. I had fun using this lens, and if you want to see that video, you can watch it here somewhere. If you're someone on a budget and that's looking to move from a zoom to a prime lens and you don't know where to begin, this lens is a great starter for you, for sure. You get that shallow depth of field at f1.2. It's lightweight, it's small, and this can be an everyday lens that you practice with, that you bring out when you go on walks. And at $139, you can't complain with what this lens have to offer. If you're looking to have fun with a lens and you don't expect optimal sharpness, this lens is for you. Again, I always say that this lens has a lot of character. It's soft, but something about it just looks very dreamy. It's all about the aesthetics. And for 139 bucks, like, you know, it's to be expected. I'm not expecting much. It's been a fun lens when you don't expect much from it. There you have it, folks. That's all I have to say about this lens. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Do you guys have this lens? What are your thoughts on this lens? Do you hate it? Love it? Let me know down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on my social media on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all at Iamtongue. That's where you're going to see more of my work. Once again, my name is Tongue, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you.